I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Shonda McManus. Dr. McManus is a physician and writer from Philadelphia who has practiced family medicine for more than 20 years. She serves as an assistant professor in clinical medicine at Hackensack Meridian School of Medicine, where she teaches narrative medicine. Her work explores the intersections of life, race, and medicine, and has appeared in the Intima Journal of Narrative Medicine, Bellevue Literary Review, and other publications. An American Emerging Voices Fellow in Creative Nonfiction and a Baldwin for the Arts Fellow, she will release her debut memoir, Brother Epistles, with Split Lip Press in June 2026. Please announce Dr. Shonda McManus, who will be talking about why movement is medicine for your heart.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so glad to be with you guys today. Thanks for inviting me and showing up. Okay, so in this room, by a show of hands, how many people know a Black woman who's had a heart attack or stroke? All right, keep those hands up. How many people know someone, Black woman, who has high blood pressure? Right, all these hands. Okay, you can put your hands down. So heart disease, like Sorrel President said, is the #1 killer of all women, but Black women in particular bear a large burden of disease. So this places us at higher risk for premature death, frequent hospitalizations, and just a poor quality of life. So today I'm talking to you as a physician who knows the science, who knows the research, but also as a Black woman who has family members who suffer from heart disease. I myself are struggling against the risk factors. So today I want to talk to you about how we can not only survive, but we can thrive, okay? So when we talk about heart disease, we're talking about like an umbrella of conditions, you know? And basically, things like valvular disease, heart failure, diseases of your vessels, all that is under the umbrella of heart disease. But the most common cause is coronary artery disease, and that's kind of what our focus is going to be today, talking about that. So what is it? So up here behind you, we have blood vessels. And basically, what happens is the blood vessels that feed the heart, they get blocked up with debris, with cholesterol, with fat. And so think of it this way, most of us drove here today, right? You're on the highway, it's no traffic, you're cruising down the parkway, and then you're driving along and you see a lane closure. So traffic slows, it gets congested, you know, and so think of that as like your vessels, you know, especially when you have high blood pressure. That's what's happening. The speed of blood is slowing down. The vessels are getting stiff. And then if you come to a complete stop on the parkway, that's when we get a heart attack, right? No blood flow is going through. And then we have a death of heart muscle and complications, okay? So let's look at some hard truths, all right? So Sorrel President touched on a few of these already, but almost 60% of all Black women aged 20 and older have some form of cardiovascular disease, okay? And our stroke rate is 2 times that of white women, all right? And over 50,000 Black women die each year from heart disease. All right, so let's look a little bit at some risk factors for why this is. So blood pressure, we have some of the highest rates of high blood pressure. And of us who have it, only about 1 in 4 have it under control, all right? Obesity, about 57% rate of obesity among Black women. Diabetes, we tend to be undiagnosed. We don't even know. We're just walking around and we have this major risk factor and we have no idea. And also something interesting up here, I have pregnancy-related conditions, Some of you may heard of preeclampsia or eclampsia. That skyrockets your risk for cardiac disease later in life. So all those things are really important for us to know. Okay, so added to the risk factors that we all know about, blood sugar, high blood pressure, cholesterol, there's another factor unique to Black women, all right, and that's called weathering. All right, a sociologist, her name is Dr. Arlene Geronimus. In the 90s, she did this study, and basically she found that chronic stress, discrimination, racism, social inequalities aged Black women much faster, you know? So if I'm 45, really my body is reading 55, you know? And that's a really important thing to just be aware of, that, you know, we have this additional load that we carry. So, you know, when you're working and you're experiencing like microaggressions, or you're running around taking care about everyone besides yourself, your body records that, and that's part of the burden. And I'm sure some of you may have heard we live sicker and die quicker. A big part of that is this phenomenon called weathering. Okay, so enough bad news, right? What can we do about it? You know, you got all the information, what heart disease is, what the risk factors are. So how can we move into being, you know, agents in our own health? You know, we don't have to die early. What can we do? Well, movement. Movement is medicine. And it's one of the few interventions that can directly counter weathering, and also almost all the other risk factors that I mentioned on the other slide. Exercise can do this. When we move our bodies regularly, basically we're clearing out those traffic lanes, right? So the blood can go smooth and go free. And what I think is really interesting is that even without losing weight, just by exercising, you still get that cardiovascular benefit. And check this out. You can get up to 40% reduction in your heart disease risk by doing 150 minutes a week of moderate exercise. Like, that's huge. You can cut your risk in half. So it's really, really important to just like kind of let that sink in. You know, you can do something that's not a medication, that's not a procedure, that's gonna cut that risk in half for you. Okay, so, you know, how does exercise help us, right? We have like stronger hearts. Our blood vessels, instead of being stiff, they stay flexible. You get a body-wide lowering of inflammation. Your blood becomes like less sticky, so it flows less likely to clot. You can even grow new blood vessels. You know, all these bonus effects that we get with exercise. Okay, so exercise packs a big punch. All right, if you have high blood pressure and you go on a medication, right, that medication just treats your blood pressure. Same thing, high cholesterol, you go on a medication, that medication just treats your high cholesterol. Same thing with diabetes. But exercise, you can hit all those areas, plus get more, like better sleep, better mood, all of that. So you get one intervention, but you get a lot from that one intervention. Okay, so this is a prescription that I talked about. So this is the goal, right? This is the goal. So you might not be at the goal, but this is where you want to aspire to, right? This is where we're trying to get to. And when I hear moderate intensity, I'm like, well, what is that? Well, if you're doing the activity, you could talk to your friend, but you couldn't sing. You couldn't sing happy birthday, right? So that's like a little trick to know if you're moving moderately enough. What counts? A bunch of things count. walking, swimming, biking, vigorous housework up and down the laundry steps, okay? Gardening, playing with children, like anything that gets you moving and get that, so you can talk but can't sing, that counts. Okay, so this is my favorite thing that I researched when I was preparing for this talk. Exercise snacks. A lot of us are like busy doing things. We're working, we're schooling, we're caretaking. Where am I gonna get that 150 minutes or 30 minutes a day? I don't have time. But you can partake in exercise snacks, anything from 1 minute to 10 minutes, burst through the day, and they add up. They really do add up. And they can really take you closer to your exercise and movement goals. All right, and like for people who have high blood pressure, regular exercise was shown to be as effective in some as a blood pressure medication. All right, so it really, really can add up and do good for your body. Okay, so let's get an idea of exercise snacks if you were going to take it through your regular day. Your coffee's on, just march in place, march around the kitchen, move around, The key is slipping them in, take the stairs, park farther away, go up and down the steps twice in your house. Like all these things, you don't have to even change your clothes, okay? And you can slip in. And what I really want you to take away from this is that your heart doesn't care if you get those 30 minutes all in all at once, right? It really doesn't. The benefit, anytime you do that. And doing something is always better than doing nothing, okay? And so if you're sitting here and you're like, I don't exercise at all, how am I gonna get, studies shown the biggest jump in improvement is from people who are not doing anything and they go to doing something. So even if you land at 75 minutes a week, that's gonna do your heart a lot of good and it's worth it. Okay, so this month is Heart Health Month and I want you to be challenged. One right here, you can find out your numbers today. You can't battle what you don't know, right? So get the information, try some exercise snacking, and it's gonna be unique. Everyone's life is different. See where you can slip in those snacks. And we're all here together, and I really wanna underline the importance of having a partner or a friend or a soror or someone to come alongside and do that exercise with you. Your chances of sticking with it go way up. It's more fun and you get some social benefit while you're getting that physical benefit. All right, and so that is what I have for you today. And I would love to transition. Okay, how about we have an exercise snack right now? Everybody get up and we're gonna walk around this room in a moderate thing while this song plays. It only takes a minute. It's to remind you. Love it.
Dr. McManus talked about needing 150 minutes, and my job is to give you at least 20 minutes of those, all right? We're gonna get 20 minutes in, and because I love Zumba and line dancing, we're gonna combine both of those, all right? So we're gonna go from Zumba to line dance, Zumba to line dance, and you're gonna see how easy it is to bring your heart rate up and to get your steps. Okay, so we're just going to get started. Let's start that music. All right. This song is called Good Morning. And so we're in this. So just tap your feet. 4, 3, 2, let's walk. Walk. Walk back. Key step here. Wide, wide. Wide, wide, go. Go back. Right. Good. Okay. You got it. He said. All right. Walk toward me. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back. 1, 2, 3. Come on. You got it. Good. Bring those arms up. Good. Let's go. Come on. Good. Go back. All right. Remember where we started? Go back. Knees up here. Good. Again. Go. Go back. Knees up. You got it. Again. Go back. You got it. You ready? Walk toward me. Let's go. Back up. You got it. Come on. Bring those arms up. Yeah. Go. 4, 3. Come on. 2. Let's go. 1. Four, 3, 2, 1. Take it up. Go. 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 Back. Back. Keep that heart healthy. Let's go. 4, 3, 2. Go. Okay. Woo. Bring it back to it. Go. You got this. Go step forward, step back, step forward, step back, and hit, hit, hit. Now tap, 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 step back, tap, 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 step back. Again. Now turn, walk forward, walk. Step forward, step back, step forward, step back. Now hit. Hey. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. And turn to the front. Walk forward. Walk. 2, 3, 4. Step forward and back. Forward and back. Now hit. Now tap. Step back. Tap, 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 step back. Okay. Now turn. Walk it forward.
All right, so we're gonna inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Then exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. So I just want you to remember that cadence of your breath as we go throughout. Just inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 4. All right? Start. All right, so we're gonna get started. I want you to take your ear to your shoulder, and as you breathe, slowly roll it to the other side. Opposite side. One more time. Okay. Last eye. Bring your head back to center. You're gonna look up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, to your chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, chin to chest. Okay. Back to center. All right. You're gonna look to your left shoulder. Then look to your right shoulder. We're gonna do that twice on each side. Right. Left. Right. Left. No worries. Back to center, everyone. Okay? Now we're going to do our arms. I want you to bring them out. Okay? Then you're going to flip one hand up, one hand down, and then we're just going to rotate them. As you do this, again, remember your breath. Shake our arms out. Okay, we're going to inhale. Bring our hands to the center. Exhale. Now I want you to put your hands here flat on your thighs. We're going to roll our shoulders back. So roll them back. Loosen them up. Now we're going to bring them to the floor. Take out the arms. Inhale, bring our hands overhead. And exhale, heart to the center. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart to your center. Okay. This time we're going to take it a little further. We're going to inhale, up. And then on the exhale, we're going to stretch down towards your right side. And hold here for one breath. Inhale up, other arm up to reach. And then exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the left. Hold for one full breath. Inhale up. And exhale, we're going to now twist. You're going to take your right arm behind you. You can either put it on the top of the chair or to your hands in the back here, whichever is easier for you. And hold here for 2 breaths. If you can, you can look over your shoulder. Okay, inhale back up. Now you do the opposite side. It's okay, no, that's more sense. But you just sit up a little bit more so you can reach behind you. That's whatever. Once you feel comfortable. Okay? Gonna inhale back up, hands up. Exhale, heart. Okay? You're gonna come up a little bit on your seat just so you have space behind you. We're gonna do what we call cat-cow. So we're gonna inhale. You're gonna bring your hands behind you, either to the chair, to the back, whatever is more accessible for you. Inhale. You're gonna lift your chest up, head up to the sky, and on your exhale, you're gonna fold forward, bring your head to your spine, and chin to your chest. We're gonna do that 4 times. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest, lay into the spine. Inhale, up. Exhale, chin to your chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, chin to your chest. Okay, you're gonna sit straight up. Make sure your feet are placed solid. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna stretch into our hips, open them up. So before we do it, you're gonna take a wide stance. You need to inhale, straight, and then the exhale, hold. Okay, you're gonna hold that. Okay, for yourself, you can put your hands on your knees, your forearms, whichever is more comfortable for you. You're gonna hold this stretch for 2 breaths. Slowly inhale. Take one more deep breath. We're gonna inhale and exhale. This time we're gonna bring our hands down to the floor. If you can, if not, you can go back to your hands. But this is just a little bit of a deeper stretch that might help you. Inhale up. Exhale. You bring your legs back in.
Health is critical to everything we do. When my A1C levels continue to increase, I knew that I needed to do something about it and to take action. I did not want to be limited in my later years because of my exercising, not regularly exercising, and eating right. I did not want to take medication on a long-term basis. When a dietitian informed me about the pre-diabetes program at Center State Hospital in Freehold, New Jersey, I did not hesitate to sign up for the year-long program. The sessions were informative, engaging, and the instructors always ensured that we were given the data and the information on trends and the support of that material that we received. Exercising for at least 30 minutes per day, 5 days a week, 150 minutes. I think we did 30 today, was very important, not only for body health and just regular physical exercise, but also just your overall well-being. So also, I know that food intake and what you ate was also very important. One of the things that did stick out to me was the plate method. That if you have a 9-inch plate, that you should have at least half vegetables that are not starchy, a quarter of protein, and then a quarter of the last quarter could be starchy vegetables, maybe sweet potatoes, corn, something like that, and the pasta, wheat pasta preferably. So that was important. So I did change the different oils I used cooking, trying to use as less oil as possible, a lot of bacon, air frying. So all those things have helped me to lose the 25 pounds I did in that year. So that was successful for me. Thank you. Now, the letter I wrote to the program administrators of this program, I think would sum up my experience. So I would like to share with you what I wrote to my instructors. His name was Neftali Flores. He was excellent, very engaging, and was, just made sure that we got the information that we needed to be successful. So I said, good morning, Neftali. I would like to share with you this letter, share this letter with the Diabetes Prevention Program at Central State Hospital. This program continues to have a positive impact on the participants and our families. The Diabetes Prevention Program at Central State Hospital has been a very important part of my healthy journey. I can see and feel the effects of what healthy eating and exercise on a regular basis can do for the body. Physical issues that slowed me down have totally gone away. I also have more energy, participated in both events today. The change is definitely noticeable. Family and friends also have confirmed the positive changes. I can confidently say that I'm living my best life and physically feel the same way as well. It would be such a benefit if this program can run continuously and be extended because of all the people in my group can't give enough praises for how their lives have changed for the better. There is also another bonus. My family is also benefiting from my healthy cooking and lifestyle changes. One example is that I have more energy when I'm caring for my 5 grandchildren and am able to participate in physical activities that we all enjoy. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to participate in a program that I feel has helped me to extend my life while allowing me to enjoy the process. My A1C is currently trending in the right direction and is at the lowest level it has been in several years. And my glucose numbers I will share with 91 today. I will continue to keep in contact with my classmates and participate with activities that continue to help with us with our successes and also strive for new goals. Our coach, Neftali Flores, is a great instructor. He is personable, knowledgeable, and continues to show that he truly cares about our success in the program and beyond. So it's important to have a physician that also takes pride in what you do and the questions that you have to take time for you to answer those questions when you have your visits. Thank you for your transparency, Neftali, and guidance to improve our lives and to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And I would just like to end with this quote. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Thank you.
Yes. Were you all as prepared today as I was not for how rigorous this activity was going to be, which was great. Got your blood flowing and pumping, and then we had some nice calm zen at the end of that. Everybody's feeling nice and relaxed. You ready getting all this information today? Yeah. All right, just don't go to sleep while you're eating your snacks. Stay with me. Okay, so again, thank you very, very much to my awesome source, wonderful Monmouth County Alumni Chapter. I'm just going to dive right in. As Tanya said, I'm Natasha Davis. I am the founder of Ember and Bloom, and we're going to talk about protein for heart health and aging. Not protein just as a trend. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Sometimes I tend to talk loud and not in the mic. So let me know if you can't hear me. I'll stay right here. All right, is this good? Yes. Okay, thanks. So we're going to talk about protein not as a trend, but as a powerful tool for heart health, for strength, aging, and especially for adults over 45. So the biggest thing, why does protein matter? Of course, it preserves and repairs our muscles and bones, supports metabolism, strengthens our immune system. But after 40, our bodies naturally lose muscle each year. So if we're not intentional, that protein will helps to slow down that process called sarcopenia. It's keeping you strong, keeping you energized, and it'll help you age well independently. So when you're selecting a variety of proteins, like mostly plant and animal based, it'll help lower your risk of heart disease. So here's just a few key benefits of why protein is good for our health while we age. So for heart health, it's going to help maintain our blood pressure management. It's going to improve our lipid panel, which, did everybody get their screenings here today? You can still see my Band-Aid. If you did not, there is still time. I see some of the looks if you're a little questionable, or if you need a friend because you're afraid of needles, we will hold your hand. And that is what we do. So come see our wonderful team here on the left-hand side to get your screenings today. But as I was saying, it'll improve your lipid panel. It also helps with your weight management. It lowers your LDL, so that is our bad cholesterol. Protein increases your fullness, so that's how it aids in weight management. So they always say when you're eating, and thank you very much, Sora, when she mentioned she wants the plate method, you want to eat your protein first. It keeps you fuller. Try not to drink a lot of liquids 30 minutes before you eat and 30 minutes after you eat, because it actually dilutes the stomach acid and you may not be digesting your food properly. So just a little tip when you go out to eat, I don't say drink, when you go out, the servers are always pushing drinks first. So just keep in mind when you pace yourself for that. And for aging, key benefits of protein, muscle maintenance, that's one of the big things that we need, bone health, immune support, again, and metabolic health. So it's essential for preventing the loss of that muscle mass, maintain your bone density, and it keeps your blood sugar stable. So as I mentioned before, it's managing your cholesterol. And the biggest key thing I want you to take away is the quality over the quantity. A lot of times everyone thinks, oh, we have to eat a lot of protein throughout the day. It's really the quality of the protein that you are eating. Because heart disease impacts our community very disproportionately. So when you're choosing heart-healthy proteins, you can lower your risk factor. So some of our protein sources that we have for you. Plant-based is definitely the best option, but I know there are some meat lovers out there, or anyone who is vegan or pescatarian. That is okay. We do not discriminate. Whatever type of protein you like, that is the protein you can go with. But the best ones you can incorporate into your diet, if you don't, would be legumes. That's our beans, our chickpeas, our lentils, tofu. I'm not really a fan of tofu, but if you like tofu, no problem at all. But if you season it very well, it takes on whatever seasoning you're putting into it, and it does complement other foods very well. You want to make sure you have a lot of nuts and seeds on your plate too, if you're focusing on plant-based food, because protein is not only coming from meat, and these are the most powerful and heart protective proteins that you can have. And then for animal-based, you can see the list here: fish, seafood, chicken, lean red meat. Keyword is lean red meat in that part. We'll get to that. So if you have your fish and your seafood, those are good sources of omega-3s, and they're a biggest thing that helps protect against our heart health. The lean red meat, you want to make sure you have only in moderation. I would like to just put a little disclaimer here. I am not a clinician. I'm an integrative health coach. Everything that I'm saying, please follow up with your own primary care provider, nutritionist, or dietitian. I can't give you a specific plan or format of, eat only 3 servings of this a day, because depending on any of our comorbidities or chronic diseases, you have to make sure you're following a plan that is specific to you. But these are just recommendations. But you really want to avoid as much processed meat as you possibly can, because processed meats are linked to increased risk of heart disease. What is processed meat, if you're asking? I'm just going to take a little look here. You have bacon, you have sausage, salami, a lot of that lunch meat, which may be quick and easy. And I see some faces like, I love my bacon. I don't want to get rid of my bacon. I'm not saying you have to get rid of it, just in moderation, or you can avoid it if need be. But I know sometimes we like that smoked turkey leg and those ham hocks and our green beans and stuff for the holidays. That is okay. Just remember moderation. So heart healthy choices, like we have pictures here: black beans, that's our chickpeas. We have some tofu, we have salmon, chicken. Only put 1 red meat there, so it's not bad. It's not bad for everybody. But the baked chicken, the Greek yogurt, those are very nutrient rich, and they're familiar in many of our households, right? So your recommended protein, your daily intake for women, and again, this may vary for your own individual numbers, but on average, most women should get 46 grams of protein a day. Most men should have 56 grams of protein a day. So just in a spirit of transparency, I got all my numbers done today. I know for where I am at, I need 130 grams of protein a day. I was an athlete since I was little, and as I've gotten older, I've noticed that, had my little Jello pudding on the side, and after 3 kids later, things are not the same. So I was like, well, what can I do to make sure I'm losing weight but being healthy? And a lot of times as we age, we're focusing on just losing weight, and we're like, I'll cut some things out, but we don't really realize I need to increase my protein intake as I age, because that's going to increase my muscle mass, because as we age, we lose muscle mass, so you actually need more protein. So I've lost weight, but I've lost muscle. So now I'm like, okay, I have to do some resistance training, because these are, again, just your baseline needs. So if you want to talk more with your primary care provider, one of the nurses that are in the room, if you want to have more questions about that. And as I mentioned this before, older adults need more protein to maintain muscle. So again, it's not about eating more, it's about eating smarter. Because research shows, oops, let me go back one. Research shows that, it's about eating smart, sorry. So with proteins and muscle health, this is another big one. Strong muscles support balance, daily activities, long-term independence, and this is very important as we age because a lot of times as we're getting older, some of us or some of our elderly family members, they may fall more, they're bruising more. It's like you're having a hard time going up the stairs, and it's not that you may be out of shape. Some people could be very lean and look like they're in the best shape in the world, but they don't have a strong muscle mass. So that's why we have to make sure it's maintaining our strength so that we can reduce our fall rates and support our mobility as we age. So how does protein boost our heart health? So if you think about it, well, your heart benefits from maintaining a healthy weight. Eating those proteins, it helps you manage your weight better. Your blood sugar is keeping your blood sugar stable, which is a key component of heart health. You're eating your protein, and that helps with your blood sugar. Your blood pressure, you want to make sure you're eating that balanced diet. You're including all the different proteins from a variety of sources from some of the pictures that we've shown here, because those are the ones that have been shown to decrease your blood pressure. So we're sticking to those lean red meats if you need those, the fish, the chicken, the beans, increasing that into your diet. For your cholesterol, making sure you're eating lean protein that doesn't contain a lot of saturated fats, such as some fish, poultry with the skin. So you want to make sure you're eating more protein so you can have better weight management. And a lot of the things that we've just spoken about, because these will all reduce the inflammation that's in your body. Okay, so I wanted to throw this in here because I know it all ties together. When you're talking about protein, we're talking about weight management, we were talking about movement earlier. All of this combines together. So when you have the protein with your physical activity and you're increasing your movement, you have the different versions of strength training of what you can do. With the resistance bands, functional training, weight training, Zumba. If y'all didn't see me sweating, I don't know. That was an exercise. We all got a lot of work done today. Just the walking and the movement, as you've heard the recommendations earlier, at least 150 minutes a week. A lot of good tips too. I know there's not really commercials on TV anymore now because we stream everything. But when those ads come in, if you have plans with the ads, you can get up. You can just do a little movement in between each of those ad break or commercial breaks. And yoga, which we had a wonderful session a couple of minutes ago. Because when you pair protein with movement and you're walking, your resistance bands, it all counts. It's all helping so that you're pretty much trying to achieve optimal health for your life. So as I mentioned, walking, resistance bands, chair exercises, which were demonstrated a little bit ago, light weights all count towards these goals. So you're all getting a little bit of homework today. If you don't like the term homework, we'll just say assignment. These are your next action steps. So what should you do? You should make sure you are adding protein to every meal. Add protein to every meal. What does that look like? I eat yogurt for breakfast. Have a little yogurt with a little fruit. If it's Greek yogurt, sometimes it's better. I know there's a lot of controversy with different brands, but you can pick the best one that suits for your need that has the highest amount of protein. Get you some rice and beans, maybe some salmon and some vegetables. You want to choose heart-healthy options. So if you think back to that list that I showed earlier that had a lot of the different types of beans or the chickpeas, the red beans, and you want to make sure you are moving, because we can be eating right, but if you are not moving, you're not combining both of the two things to make it as impactful. So even if you're just going on a 15-minute walk, if you don't have a lot of time, break it up throughout your day to try to get that 150 minutes a week. Or just reach out to Taya so you can do some yoga classes as well. Remember, it is smart. You gotta start small, because progress over perfection. So it's one meal, one walk, one choice at a time. Just a couple key takeaways here for you is that protein supports heart health and strength while we're aging. Processed meat increases your risk of heart disease. So you want to make sure you avoid it as much as possible, or do healthy swaps. So instead of doing pork bacon all the time, you need to have some bacon, do turkey bacon. Doesn't taste the same, but you can swap it here and there. Protein is not about restriction. It is about nourishment, vitality, and longevity. Thank you so very much for your time. I tried to be brilliant and be brief and be gone.
Okay, so I do want to give you some information because I follow the assignment. So, what are the benefits of strength training? Because today we participated in more aerobics with the Zumba and with the breathing techniques. So, as we've learned and we've heard over and over, basically it brings it all together. You need what I used to call the WAN approach. Weights, or resistance training, aerobics, like the Zumba, and nutrition. So you can train and you can work out all day, but if you don't get your nutrition together, then you may not get the final product. So weight training to me has been, it's a different look. So if you're trying to lift chest, if you're trying to improve your gluteus maximus, there's squats and things like that. So it's like the tool that chisels and brings things all together. So what are the benefits of strength training? Lowers blood pressure. Regular strength training can reduce the resting blood pressure, especially when combined with aerobics activity. We're not trying to leave anything out, all inclusive today. Improves cholesterol levels, increases the HDL, the good cholesterol, and helps lower the LDLs, the bad cholesterol. Improves blood sugar. So many times if you would incorporate some strength training and aerobics activity and watch some of the intake, what are your carbohydrate intake, you would see some improvements in your blood sugar levels. Better muscle mass improves insulin sensitivity, reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes, which is a major disease risk factor. So sometimes when our physicians see us, when we have the pre-diabetic, they get concerned. They get concerned because at the end of the day, we're going over into stroke area, heart disease and things like that. Reduces body fat. That's the big thing. So you'll see people who lift weights, lean muscle mass, they can be 250, 300 pounds, but they're lean. So your clothes fit different when you have muscle mass on you. Strengthen the heart muscle because the heart is a muscle. So while cardio improves endurance, Zumba, breathing, it gives us endurance to go the long mile. Resistance training helps the heart pump more efficiently over time. Chronic inflammation contributes to cardiovascular disease. Strength training helps lower inflammation, as I think Natasha mentioned. Improves circulation and enhances the blood flow and oxygen delivery throughout the day, and lowers the risk of cardiovascular events. How often should we be training a day? Beginners, 1 to 2 times a week, 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm going to explain some things in a second. Intermediate, you can get 3 times a week your weight training or resistance training. And if you're advanced, you can do it 5 to 6 times a week. You choose your time, what works for you, because again, breathing should be happening while you're strength training. There's things called supersets. So you do biceps while you're lunging, and then you take a break. Repetition, if you're trying to burn fat and strengthen at the same time, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 12. That's in a gym. Now I just want to talk off the cut. So when we're talking about people who do not, and many women, they may be intimidated, and men too sometimes, are intimidated in going into a gym or a health facility. That's not for me. I don't like the environment. They're loud. The weights are being thrown on the floor. You know, people are not making you feel welcome. So today I wanted to talk about some things in terms of resistance training that you can do at home with what you have at home. You don't need to go buy a whole new set or Peloton back. Again, that's aerobics. You don't need to go buy 25 pounds or $2,500 worth of dumbbells. You got some canned goods. You got some water bottles. You have some ropes. You can get some resistant bands. So just wanted to give you those tips too. It is essential as we age. Also improves our posture. We stance when we're training, it lifts you. So it's a whole lot of benefits in strength training. I used to train 5 o'clock in the morning, and then it's out of the way, and then I have no excuses that I can't get it in. And now at this age, I can't get it in. So at the end of the day, I decided I have to do some things at home. So I'll get up an extra half an hour and just do some things at home to say that I'm moving, because we got to keep moving. The older we get, we must keep moving. In particular, people of color, we have to keep moving. So it's wonderful that our outward man is all dressed up, but our inward man perishes if we don't do something now. And there's things we can change. We can change high HDLs and high cholesterol levels. We can change being a diabetic, not just through nutrition, but putting the work in. Faith without works is very dead. So we have to do something about it. And no age. I started competing at 35, I'm 62. So at the end of the day, it's never too late to get it going. And it's very little things you can do. So I just bought 2 canned goods from home just to kind of show you some things you can do. So in a full body workout, we're talking about biceps, triceps, that's arms, shoulders, quadriceps, hamstrings, so chest muscles. So I thought it was just to say, okay, let me get a bicep curl. I just pulled 2 canned goods out my cabinet, and I'm just here, and I'm just squeeze. 1, 2, and I want to do 3 sets of 12, squeeze, and I'm putting my mind to the muscle I'm working. It's psychological, but it works, and I'm squeezing, squeeze. You don't have no canned goods. Use your resistance. Your body is the best resistance. Squeeze, squeeze. 3 sets of 12, 3 sets of 15. We're moving on. You're breathing. Accountability. That's why if you can't get yourself motivated, I would say get a trainer. Not me, because I'm not doing it. But get yourself a trainer, because it's about accountability. And sometimes we show up for our accountability partner. What's the partner at the gym that meets you 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the evening? Hey girl, I'm gonna see you this afternoon. Partner up, because we gotta get moving, because we wanna live. We wanna live. So we got the biceps going on. We want triceps. Again, if you don't have canned goods, but if you do, you just hit. And form is everything. Squeeze. Boom. Just kick. It's called a kickback. Squeeze. 3 sets of 12, 3 sets of 15. You're moving on. So we got arms going on. We got chest. You can do from a push-up off the wall. This is things, we don't need no gym equipment, but we're without excuses. Off the wall, we just chest pressing. Squeeze. Boom. Now, if you're good and you're okay, of course, we know the traditional push-up, or we can do bend our knees, on our knees, and we push it up. So we got a chest going on. We got, for chest, flies, boom, squeeze, squeeze. That's gonna help ladies lift us without having a lift. Or strengthening. Because you ever see some ladies who weight train, you're not gonna look like a man because you weight train, unless you're taking things that will help you look like a man. Substance, you know what I mean? Steroids, things that are not natural and efficient. When I competed, I was a natural competitor years ago. And at the end of the day, I could stand tall with the women that took substance, but I stayed in my lane. So it's not about looking like a man. Strength training gives you strength. It gives you courage. It gives you like, hey, I'm in the room. You know what I mean? So you got chest, boom. You got shoulder presses with cans, boom, boom, shoulder presses. You got shoulder raises, boom. Squeeze, that's gonna make you strong here. It's gonna give your shoulder cap strong when you have the strapless dress. You're gonna look nice up top. Everything's lifted. What people hate, which is the grandfather working out, is the squat. It's the squat. It's the core. You get your core together, your center together, you're strong. So many people say, I want to get rid of my stomach. We can't target train, but we can eat better and strength train, and some things gonna start to come together. You know what I mean? So a traditional squat. Now you have people in the gym, they going down to the ground. That's not what I'm doing. that's not what I'm doing. So, but a squat is a good form. You want to keep your feet forward, and you just squeeze. And everything with me is intentional, because I'm thinking about muscle, mind to the muscle, because I want to see results. Boom, squeeze, and breathe. Glutes going back outside there. You squeeze. You got a sissy squat, something you may want to do. Targets the top of the quadriceps. You just boom, boom, boom. My hamstrings. I'm watching the moves, getting ready for work. Whole body. What we like, abdominals. Had a ball in the car, didn't bring it in. Got caught up. Abdominals can be here. Obliques. You just twist. All of this benefits how? So when we're picking up our groceries and we have to bring in 1,000 bags, you will not you won't recognize after strength training how strong you are to carry more bags. So there's the benefit too. Not only health-wise, but also the benefit is the strength that you have when you gotta carry 99 Walmart bags and you yelling for somebody to come and help you and they're like, I'm not helping you, I don't even hear you. That kind of thing, you can do it. Age is not a factor. You're never too old to weight train. You're never too old to resist training. And it's small things that you think, wow, that are resistance training. Something just like this. Boom, I'm resisting my own body weight. I haven't been to the gym. I can do it in my head rollers, in my do-rag, whatever, and I can get it done. There's things I don't want to give you because sometimes we're challenged with other things. We have knee problems, with back problems. But I will tell you, for a row, this is going to strengthen your back. You're just here, squeeze, squeeze, row. So I'll put a list out and share it with the community. I want to leave you with this. You're not too old to move and refuel. And equally important to aerobics, Zumba, yoga, equally important to marching and walking around and got your Fitbit and counting your steps, is nutrition and resistance. And it's equally important, the older we get, the more we need to resist and strain. Don't be afraid. You won't look like a man. I don't think I do. Have a good one.